Alright, g'day guys, Matt Preston built Cruisers. Welcome back to another video. Now I'm very excited. You may see there is a big box in front of me and I'm also at the back of my car. Now this is essentially a motorbike ramp that goes on the back of your tow hitch, and you can put your little bike on there and you can tow it around really easily. Now if you're really critical and you've watched my Instagram closely, you may have seen that I've already had photos of another one. Now pretty much I bought one from Vicoffroad and it was on sale for 150 bucks, brand new, so it's pretty nice. And they have 3 models and I bought the lower range model, which essentially means it doesn't have wheel straps and it doesn't have like this big center pole which hooks over the seat, which means less straps. So this one here is the top of the range model, which has all that, whereas the one I've got is just the basic one, which is just a flat rack. Now that's literally fine, but we've got this one here now and I thought we'd open it together, build it and put it on the car and see how it works and how it looks. So very excited. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we have the box. Now as you can see, that's what it's going to look like. And the one I have before doesn't have this section or this big bar here and the ramps on the outside. So this is like a bit of a different layout, and you also pay a bit more money because you sort of get this bar, which I'm hoping is as easy as it looks, and you literally just pull it down and the bike's locked on. So what's in the box? So we've got the 2 main ramps here. This is part of the hooking system and we've got some hardware in there. So we're going to lay it out and we'll start building it. Okay, everything's laid out. Let's cue the time lapse and try and piece it together. So now it's fully tacked together, it's not actually screwed off. Top tip for these, you can see how they float. And you can see what I mean, how it's sort of on a V angle now. These aren't the easiest to put in, but I put the toolbox under this end to pry it up. And then, because these will only stretch so far, and you can see it's actually just floating there. So you really do need to sort of put that in a tactical way. You can't just do it flat, it won't work for you. Also another thing is I've got all these bolts here. Now these are all for this little section here, but because my little bike, the front wheel will only go to like here, so I don't really feel like I need to put all this on here because it's just going to make the strap come out here even further. And on the Prado, the bottom of the bike rack will already come to here, almost as far as my mirrors. So to me there's just no point making it wider for no reason. So I'm not going to be putting on that little section there, but I'm very excited to see how this bit here works. So I'm very excited about that. So all these nuts and bolts I won't be using. Okay, so you can see it's fully bolted together finally, and I've just put on the back here so you get an idea. So this is basically what the other model looks like, the basic model. So you've still got everything you need. You can mount it on the rear. You've got 2 tar points on the rear, and then normally the other model on the front, this bit would come out a bit further, and you've got 2 more points there, and the ramp section's on the outside. But with this one, because of that pole on the back, they've put the ramp on the inside, which I think looks nice, keeps it hidden, and they've pretty much got that section there coming in. So what we're going to do now is have a play with the arms, which I'm very excited for. And because the bike's a bit wide, it might almost be on its widest setting, but at least we can literally slide it in and out and it'll hook over. So very excited. Okay, so here are the 2 pieces. As you can see, pretty straightforward, and it's cool because it also comes with these pins, which they look like this, and then to open them you simply push this bit open and then that whole thing can come off. So it's very different, but this will work really well because then this will be able to click on like that, and then that will be the pin that decides where the poles go. So first I'm going to grab the pole and put it on, and I'm going to get the pin, and looking at it already, I already know my bike will hit this tyre just because that's what it did before. So I'm going to get a rough estimate. It's probably 50mm from that to the side of the ramp, so I'm going to put that on the same for this pole, and obviously when the bike goes on I can adjust it as well, but just for now while the bike's not here I'm going to get it pretty close. Cool, there we go. Now I'm going to grab the arm and do the same. Now this last big piece here is actually the ramp, so it is quite heavy. It's probably the heaviest item, and pretty much it's quite simple. It's got just a little hook here, and then you can hook it on which side you want. So if I want to go on this side, simply just sort of hook it on like that and drop it down. Now because my car's got, you know, quite a big lift in the rear and the bigger tyres, it isn't quite a steep angle. An angle to the point where, because I've got a mini bike, it hasn't got that much clearance, and you have to sort of wheel up halfway and then lift up the back because it just gets bogged on here. So I guess if you have a lower car, no dramas. If you have a normal bike, no dramas. So just keep that in mind. If you can't lift heavy weight, you probably want to maybe get a longer ramp. That goes there, and let's say I put the bike on, I'm ready to go. I'll pick this up. It'll be hard to do this when the bike's in the way. You have to come from behind, but pretty much there's these 2 little screws on the back here, and these will both come out, and then this will just sit in here, and then the 2 screws go back on, and they're just finger tight just to hold the ramp in place. Okay, well it's fully on now. I'm absolutely stoked with it. Now I'm going to be absolutely honest with you guys, this is super wobbly. As you can probably see, that's a bit crazy. So I'm not sure if the sizes of the square tubing are like slightly off, if they're a bit smaller, hence why there's ridiculous play, or if they've done that on purpose so water can't get stuck between them and rust. I'm not 100% sure, but the truest test we can do is actually put a bike on here and use it properly. Okay, it wasn't easy, but bike is fully on, and the holes actually did work out, but my biggest concern is it's only on this plastic. It's not actually on the lowest point of the bike, which is the seat, which would be about here. So I could move the whole bike forward even more again, or somehow make it work where it is, but I gotta say, it's definitely got, this is with no straps by the way, side to side wobble, and I did actually adjust the bar in as well. So I'm actually, like, it's still a bit wobbly, but it's actually not as bad as I thought once it's actually on the back of the frame there. So, and it does look a lot cleaner having sort of no straps at the front here. So you can still use that tie down there and get some straps up and around the bike. Okay guys, that's the bike rack. Let me know what you think down below, and would you get one? Bang for buck, definitely a good idea to move your motorbike around. Well, thanks so much for watching. Catch you next time on Built Cruisers.